what my reaction to those pictures.
An outline there, Bob.
Yeah. Hey, whatever at this point comes to mind, where were you at the time? Can you remember where you were, what you were singing? That time?
Well, it's an old suit, and it had, it's got pleats in it and so forth, so it had to be like 55 or 56. And the guy in the background was my first drummer, DJ Fontana.
So those were the early days when you were doing the road tours and you were driving?
What were the appearances like then? What were the crowds like?
Oh, they were good. Yeah, they were really good. Just that's the same guitar that I use now. Same one.
You had the same guitar all these years?
You're kidding. Yeah. I remember another one that said Elvis Presley on it. It's kind of inlaid.
Yeah, well, I have two. You know, yeah. I was in a nightclub one night, and this big fight broke out in this club. I had two guitars. I always keep one on the side in case I break the strings. And I remember thinking, I hope that nothing happens to that guitar. It's brand new. I heard a crunch, and this guy had stepped in it. Had it hanging on his foot, man. So I had to get a new one there. But as far as where these were, I don't know.
You just had a small group with you in those days?
Yeah, I had a lead guitar player, a bass player, not an electric bass, an upright bass, a guy named Bill Black, and the drummer. That was it.
Were you doing one-nighters then?
Mm-hmm. Doing one-nighters, and I was working in Shreveport, Louisiana.
You know, that looks like a boom mic up there, so it might be one of the early TV shows.
And on this one here, I think somebody goosed me or something.
I see the hand back.
Yeah, the guy had a guitar on like it.
What was your sound like in those days? How would you describe it?
Well, it was good. It was good, you know, for then, I thought. The guys were good musicians. They were with me from the time I made the first record. They were called in by the guy that I started with, Sam Phillips, on Sun Records.
What was it like traveling in those days? I mean, that's a long time ago. How would you sleep?
We slept in the back of a car. And, you know, we'd do a show and we'd get off stage and get in a car, drive to the next town, and sometimes we get there just in time to do the show. Wash up.
You know, the next day the same thing? Or?
Mm-hmm.
What were the security problems like then?
We had to learn that over a period of time. You know, I got caught in some pretty good crowds.
The fans have always pretty much been the same though, right? Large audiences and the same anticipation before and after. I mean, large numbers of people.
It was always exciting. As far as the numbers of people, we had to go according to the buildings, you know. And when I first started out, they didn't have the buildings that they have now. You know, like I'd play like the Fox Theater in Detroit. It didn't hold that many people, so I'd do 6 or 7 shows. They'd show a movie, and I'd come on to a live show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'd show a movie, and I'd do the show.
Was that the days when you had a lot of acts in the same show too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was